So this video is going to cover Park Avenue, the north side of Hoboken, from 15th Street down towards the PATH train. As we're standing here on the corner of 15th and Park, what you really see is a whole bunch of construction, like a terribly huge amount of construction everywhere you look. And some of that has to do with the quote-unquote rebuild by design, which is the new park that they're putting in here, but with the retaining walls to keep the floodwaters out of Hoboken, and how this wall is going to kind of come up and down Garden Street and cut around and everything. So you're seeing a lot of construction that will eventually go away. Here at the 15th Street piece, this is kind of the end here where you're going to make the turn and then head north to the Lincoln Tunnel or onto the New Jersey Turnpike and points north. Here at 15th and Park, a couple of things to point out. There is a parking garage right here on the corner, primarily parking for the Hudson T buildings over behind it. And there's also 2 rental car agencies in there, so super convenient if you're trying to rent a car. And then on the north side here is Elysian Charter School. Elysian is one of several charter schools in Hoboken, where it is a lottery system to apply and get into the charter school. And each one of the charter schools has their own special kind of environment and learning style and teaching style. So Elysian is no exception to that in terms of how they approach things. I encourage people who are learning about this that they spend some time understanding about OLA and Hoboken Charter and Elysian Charter. Primarily the lottery system starts in kindergarten, and that's when everybody starts to come in, and then they kind of go up through. Elysian goes all the way up through the 8th grade. So if you do get in, a lot of the families will stay, and the kids will go through, through 8th grade. As we kind of walk on down, and I will say right now at this time of the, with the construction, parking and drop-offs get to be a little crazy here at Elysian, because there really isn't anywhere, especially for the little kids. Once the kids become about, 3rd, 4th grade, they start walking home on their own, so it's not that big a deal. They'll take a scooter or a bike, but everybody else under that, they've got to have a caregiver, a parent come. You can see there's scooters on the ground, there's little bikes on the ground, so people will take their scooters, their bikes, when they're smaller, strollers. But just know that this whole area, when it comes time for pickup and drop off, gets to be a little chaotic. So as we kind of move from 15th Street over through 14th Street here on Park, you can see that we're kind of on this cool cobblestone area here. We'll cut east, where you can kind of cut down, through the little alleyways here. When the construction is not here, they do a farmer's market right here on these cobblestone streets. It's a little cut off. It's fun, it's out of the way. Hoboken is big on trying to tuck things away so it doesn't block traffic. And this is a good example of a street where you can have a farmer's market and you're not bothering parking, you're not bothering any traffic. And then we get over here 14th Street and Park. You have a CVS on the corner, you have a New York Sports here. You have the bus stop to New York City over on that corner there. As you kind of look up west, you'll start to see that the viaduct goes up the hill there, and that takes you up into Union City and Jersey City Heights. On the corner is the Trader Joe's right here. So this is a very vibrant corner for commerce and for travel. You get the buses that come down Willow or come back on Clinton from New York City. So you get a lot of bus traffic here. You also get the buses that turn from the tunnel and come down over to Washington Street as well. So this is a really big commuting area during the mornings and the evenings. You're going to get a lot of car traffic here, but there are some condos and there are some rental buildings right here. So if you are going to the city, this is a great place for that. On the southeast corner is a famous Hoboken institution, Dino and Harry's, which is a long-time steakhouse. It's changed names a few times, but it was in the movie on the waterfront. And when you go in there, especially around the holiday season, it's all decked out. I do recommend seating up in the front or at the bar during the holiday season. They have a piano player. It's got a really nice old world kind of vibe to it that some of the chains or that don't really have, or even some of the old time New York steakhouses that have just grown too big don't still have that charm that a Dino and Harry's has. As we're kind of walking through here from 14th to 13th on Park, you'll notice that there are a lot of brownstones here that are, you know, either completely done, or here's a one that's just being renovated right here by the Pearl Group, which is a well-known local contractor. So if you do need a contractor for your project, definitely reach out. Pearl Group is a great example of a local connection that I can put my name to, that says that they do good work and they do it on time. And when you're dealing with contractors, there are so many nightmare stories that it's really important to have people that you can trust, that especially know the local landscape. And that's the truth here, is that there really is, Hoboken is no exception, that having local people is absolutely necessary when you're doing a big renovation, from the architect to the contractor to the subcontractors, because everybody needs to go through City Hall and get approvals, and the timing that takes and the process that takes. And honestly, if you were to redo one of these brownstones here and gut rehab of a brownstone, it's an 18-month process from beginning to end. People who are telling you that you're going to be able to do these in 6 months or 9 months, it's just not the case. These are 18-month projects from beginning to end, with the architect and the approvals, and then starting them and gutting them and getting them done. And then we're not even talking about changes that you might need to make to the project along the way. So it's really important that you're working with people that you trust, that will tell you the truth. Because if you're going to buy and invest in a long-time family home, and then you find out, by the way, you also have to be somewhere else for a year and a half, that's sometimes a surprise to some buyers. So some of these homes here, you know, they're going to be, you know, in that $3 million range, $4 million range, depending on which home it is, how wide it is, how high it is, you know, anywhere. So as you're kind of looking through, a lot of them have been renovated already. In fact, some of them probably now need a re-renovation. But the nice part about a re-renovation is it's not the same when it comes to if somebody's come in and they've updated the electric already and the plumbing already. Now there's like not that full gut renovation that is crazy. Unless you start moving stuff around, it's like, oh, I want to redo the kitchen, I want to redo the bathrooms. Those are faster things than I have to put in central air. I have to upgrade all of the wiring in the home. I mean, to say those kinds of things, you might as well say I have to tear out every single wall and restart and start from scratch. So even though some of these have been done, it's likely they're going to need to be redone again. And you're looking at these lots here, they're anywhere from 13, 15, 17, even 20 feet wide to 100 feet deep. And on the south side of the street, you have shorter brownstones. It's very interesting when you contrast the north side, the west side to the east side of the street, where this is a very good place for Catherine to take a video of the fact that that you can see how there's some the higher brownstones, and then now as you kind of come over to the east side of the street, it's a row of much shorter brownstones, where those prices are going to be more in the $2 million range than the $3 million range. But you can see how that at least one or two of them have built an extra half a level up at the top to be able to take advantage and put a couple of more bedrooms. Brownstones come in all kinds of different flavors here, from short to tall to built a little extra. I mean, unfortunately, the zoning and the city, they kind of change their rules all the time, so you never know what you're getting and what you're not getting. And here, as we kind of get into 11th and Park,